Hey guys, can I be honest?
Yeah.
So,
Why did that happen?
You are asking the wrong people. Also,
What the fuck?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it too late to like examine one of the mercenaries' bodies?
No, it is not.
I wanted to look. Maybe they have like a symbol or like a indication of how they could differentiate each other apart. I don't know, something like that.
Weren't they dressed in Starian garb?
All of
You
them.
know, for the
Well, even was
well,
it all the
yeah.
mercenaries or was it
No.
then you know.
Nobody, none of the mercenaries were dressed in Astarian garb. They were just, acting as the Astarians in this situation.
Yeah.
And some of the militiamen of Vogler were dressed in like old style, um, like garb, but it was clearly akin to cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
and like
thought. Okay.
brought from home.
Deadly Comic Con.
Oh
That's my favorite part of
no!
Comic Con. It was the part where they actually
The
reenact.
slaughter?
Yeah, the slaughter. Anyway, is there anything there, or is it like what's the deal?
So most, if not all of them, are equipped in sort of this simple chain shirt armor with a shield and a spear. Otherwise, none of them are carrying really anything that would indicate sort of like differentiating people from others. Um, they aren't even really carrying any valuables on them.
They just wanted to kill people. I see.
Well, because I know Lunaris is kind of like held back because I'm like running around like patching people up to the best of my ability. Does anybody have any people, injured people, have anything interesting to say? Like anybody's like, oh, this
Or
guy
like they
said
saw something or heard something
they
before it
saw
started.
anything.
I saw
Yeah.
Tiamat.
I saw Tiamat.
All anyone heard and saw were screams and blood.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I mean, that's what we saw too.
Perfect. Thank you.
Returning to Vogler, you are once you actually like get close, you are approached by Becklin, who says, "Is everyone all right?"
Nods.
Is literally unharmed in every way. Thumbs up.
If you would please follow me. Mayor Raven wishes to speak with myself and Cudgel in regards to what just happened, and she also would like to speak with you, considering you held a hand in keeping that attack at bay.
Well, that sounds fine.
You make your way alongside Becklin, and you can see very clearly that the sort of joyful atmosphere is just completely gone. There are worried locals seeking refuge, and others sort of milling about the village circle, uncertain of what to do. And eventually, you make it to seemingly the sort of default meeting place here in town, the Brass Crab. The common room here was clearly prepared and decorated for a night of celebration, but it is almost morbidly quiet in here. And everyone arrives. I can go ahead and actually put you guys in the Brass Crab.
Tokens.
Raven says, "Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I have already told trusted villagers to take care of anyone who might be wounded and recover the bodies of those who fell. As much as I'd like to prioritize that further, I'd like to ensure the safety of my people. And to that end, I'd like to know why the Ironclad Regiment attacked. And she looks at Cudgel, but not in an accusatory way. She's not looking at Cudgel as though like she's blaming Cudgel. She's looking at Cudgel like with like an arched eyebrow, like uncertain. And Cudgel says, "Oh, I wish I knew, but at the very least, I've got someone who might be able to answer." Tied him up, got some fishing nets, and she gestures with her thumb towards this room over here. One of the men who attacked the militia, he's in there. So, after this, I suppose we can give him a chat. And Cudgel shifts her eyes in that direction. Declan and Raven nod at this. Becklin says, "Based on the people you saw, Cudgel, do you know if there are any other dangerous mercenaries afoot?" Cudgel folds her arms and kind of harumps and says, "If I knew, I'd be dealing with them right now. Unfortunately, no, I don't."
These people that attacked everyone, were they in your militia for a long time, or was this just completely random?
Some of them have been with me for a long time, yeah, but others are fairly new. I'm still racking my brain to figure out what connects them.
Did any of them act suspicious prior to this?
Oh, it pains me to admit. Yeah. You remember that half-orc?
Nods.
His name was Dragonlance. He's also been around me for quite a while, but for as long as he's been around, he was a solid and faithful member of the group, of the regiment.
So,
Oh, you do it. You do it.
so he was like fine and normal, like he was a normal part of her militia,
Mm-hmm.
but recently he'd been acting a little weird, like distant and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 thumbs up. Ah,
And
you know.
he definitely also was there to beat the shit out of people. Okay, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he was the half-orc.
Yeah, he was the half-orc. It seemed like
right,
he was
right.
kind of leading the charge.
Right.
Another thing, who was it? And this is, by the way, Raven. A lot of these voices are probably going to be fairly
That's
similar, so
fine.
bear with me. Who was it? I believe it was... I saw a little bit of it. What are your names? I believe it was Marcus and Loma.
Looks over.
I'm not gonna correct.
And then even, especially you, Lunaris.
Looks at.
You all performed magic, and you especially, Lunaris. What you did was a miracle. We have no magic users around here, none that I can think of. And as much as I'll admit, magic's a bit. I'm a bit wary of magic. You seem like good people, and good people with magic. I feel like that's something we can use right now.
Rose looks specifically at Marcus when she says that, but doesn't say anything. Just kind of like, and then that's that. Just thought I'd add that.
As a note and a reminder.
Mhm.
Oh wait, what the fuck? Never mind. In that case, yours is just fucking up.
Who broke their sheet?
Hold on. What if I do this? Okay, it's better now. Oh, it's because
Oh, oh, oh.
Who died? Oh,
Josh,
Not me.
wait. Why is Darcy's not updated now?
are you okay?
Oh no.
These tokens are being poopy.
Oh, I
Or-
see.
Poopy.
But mine
for no good
updated.
reason. Some of them are and some of them aren't.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what's going on?
I made mine the circle the second I made it. I made my default the circle as well, and it just never updated. It's been like 3 sessions. It's
There you
just never
go.
changed.
There we go.
Yay! I'm circle.
Your circle.
What say you in response to Raven's plea to use your magic to help her people?
Lunaris has been kind of sitting there with like legs crossed, like hands in lap, and to her response, just kind of just slowly nods, says, "I was planning on that."
And she smiles at you, Lunaris, and says, "Thank you. I know you've always been good to this village and skilled with your swimming and fishing, so I'm glad to see you're still sticking with us through dire straits."
He, for a second, there's like a shaky smile, but they kind of quickly like put a hand over their mouth and look away.
Just like pretend to scratch your cheek or whatever.
Yeah, just like.
Cudgel says, "Right now there's only one thing concerning me. Figuring out what's going on with the rest of my regiment. After we're done with him," and again she glances towards this door, "I'm going back to my camp. Gonna see what's going on there and make sure nobody else has betrayed me. Also make sure those who haven't aren't walking into danger." And although a little bit reluctant, both Raven and Becklin seem to agree that it would be good for Cudgel to go to check on that situation.
Rose will probably pipe up and say, "Would you like us to accompany you? I don't know who you could trust over there in that camp."
There's one thing I can trust, and she pats her trusty namesake weapon. I can handle myself. I appreciate the gesture, though.
Nod.
literally just we're all kind of getting ready to fuck off or whatever, go bite this guy in this room. But before people start leaving Blaze points, and it's like an accusatory looking point to Romer, who's sitting next to him, and he goes, "Romer," and then lowers their hand and puts it back in their lap.
Oh, you remembered me.
Doesn't look at you.
Most people seem concerned, or not concerned. What? Not concerned. Confused. Sorry. Including Mayor Raven, and she kind of like squints her eyes and kind of looks around, and then she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
It's
My mistake.
fine. Listen, Miss Mayor Lady. I know you think maybe you saw me do something kind of flunky out there. Maybe I did, but maybe just, let that dissipate from your mind. I don't think I'm any cooler than the rest of a, random guy with a sword. Don't think too hard about it. I'm not like, gestures over at the other two spellcasters.
Looks at.
Looks at.
I don't know what
me
they
at
were
you.
doing. They were doing
I
some gay
want-
stuff out there. I can't do spells like that.
It's queer, actually.
Don't think too
So what is
hard
cle-
about
it's
it.
queer?
I want you to roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, please. Please. I'm so excited.
Persuasion.
Ah!
10.
10.
Aw, man. I hope
Mayor
you fail.
Raven says, I mean, I guess I don't know quite for sure what I saw, but I know I saw something, and even if it weren't magic, it was certainly skill.
Thanks.
I think both of you are very talented.
Thanks.
Looks around.
Let's take a look at
Wrangle.
Paul Allen's card.
Let's take a look at Paul Allen's card.
Sorry, that was
What?
me in reference to see what Marcus thinks, but Marcus is just like, I'm hanging out.
Alright, sure. In that case, Becklin says, alright, I suppose now is the time for you to, deal with this, fellow. And she
Traitor.
kind of steps back from the door. Good luck, I think. Not sure what else to say in this situation.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Are we basically just going in there to scare this guy and get information out of him?
Is that?
No.
Yeah, that's how intimidation
This is
works.
to be some sort of interrogation. How you plan to go about it is not my decision to make.
Lowers my weapon. Not yet for.
I don't need my weapon. I got my
Not yet,
punching.
Herb.
I got my punching.
I love that picture.
You punch people?
I punch people.
Okay.
You can punch
Stands
anyone.
I'm not that inclined to hit people or anything, so I'm going to leave that to you all.
Oh.
All right, everybody,
Smiles.
let's go loom ominously at the door. Come here.
Let's go loom ominously at this door.
Like we're fucking just a big group of people scarily standing there like, we're gonna get you.
I would be scared if I opened the door and like six
Strange
weirdos
looking
walked in at
people.
once.
Yeah, I would fucking scream and cry and throw up. I'd feel like I'm going to die here.
Becklin is keeping a bit of a distance. This is not what she's involved in. And Raven is not seem to be directly engaging in the interrogation, but is absolutely keeping an eye on it. You see, this mercenary is currently bound with his chest and arms wrapped up in a fishing net. He is kind of slumped up in this bed and scowling.
Oh, scary. Oh, I'm shaking in my boot. Look at the catch of the day, boy. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boy.
Raven is also not Raven. Sorry, Cudgel is also going to be in there, looking significantly pissed. Technically, all of you would be able to fit in this room.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it would be a squeeze.
No, let's squeeze our asses in here.
So
wanna
I would
go.
recommend only up to 3 individuals, including NPCs, to be in this room at a time with everybody else watching from the outside and still providing input, but not being directly in the room. This dude, this seemingly random guy, stares up at you. You in particular, Rosanna. Says, you ain't looking so good. A little scratch, a little beat up. Couldn't quite handle it.
You are not in the position to say how I am feeling, considering you're the one that's tied up.
My job is done. I did what I aimed to do. Looks like you didn't do shit. But you would notice Cudgel in the corner, clenching her fists very tightly.
Oh, she's about to kill this guy. We're in a race against a timer here.
Are we? Oh, maybe. Rose said, fuck, what did Rose say? And your job was just to kill people?
He grins wickedly and says, I'm paid handsomely too. At this, Cudgel lashes out and just like once again grabs him by the scruff. You haven't known her for long, but this is your first time really seeing her like this. There was that flash of anger earlier today, but this is different. Her eyes are wide, her eyebrows are arched, and her teeth are bared. She looks less like a person and more like an animal right now. Whatever she is feeling is far and well beyond a typical rage. It is ballistic. It is primal. She is furious beyond words.
Cudgel.
And you say her name, and she pulls back a fist to punch this dude. And in the back, you hear, Cudgel! Not from Raven, but from Becklin. That one word, her name, Cudgel, spoken sharp and clear, calm and collected. It's almost like snapping Cudgel out of a daze. She drops the man once again, who scoffs. And although Cudgel hesitates a moment, she steps outside and waits here with her back to the wall.
So who's paying you?
I don't know. Couldn't say. He looks awfully smug right now.
He sure does. I'm wearing my helmet, bro. You can't see me. You can't see me looking mad. I'm just looking normal. I look normal.
Yeah.
I'm normal.
I look normal.
I look normal.
Quote,
It's covered in
unquote.
blood and
We promise.
where do you come from?
I've been around here and there. We travel, you know.
A traveler.
I mean, yeah, just ask Cudgel if she'll talk.
And how long have you been with this group of theirs?
A while.
How long is a vial?
Long enough.
Were you paid recently?
Might have been.
I think Lunaris is kind of watching this interrogation happen. This guy's acting like really smug, and it's just like Lunaris kind of like is clutching at their amulet, and kind of like mumbers for like it's like like hoping for like a miracle that this guy can like there's like something that they can do to help with this. I would like to cast maybe try and cast a miracle that could help.
You intend to target this dude, right? You are focusing on this dude because you want to do something to him to make him talk.
Yeah.
However, your magic doesn't go that way. Instead, your magic goes to Rosanna.
Me?
Your magic goes to Rosanna, and you feel it almost like, in a way, wrap around her and almost
Oh.
fill her essence as you cast upon her enhance ability with Eagle's Splendor, giving her
Aw.
advantage on charisma checks.
Rose would kind of chuckle at him and maybe like take off her helmet. Okay, and I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go sit on. Can I sit? I'm going to sit next to him.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
and it like kind of looking at him and is like, "You must have done well in that battlefield then. Your weapon. What kind of weapon do you use?"
But he would say to you, "One to prod your eyes out with."
And which hand did you use to hold that weapon in?
In that case, I think it would say, "The one I used to pleasure your mum."
Let's find out which one that is then. Rose is going to grab one of his hands, just a random one.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and grab his hand. She's gonna start with the pinky, and like carrot style, try and break his pinky.
Yes. Oh.
Okay. So I think that you do this, and you hear Raven say, "Oi!" just as you're doing is trying to get you to stop, to no avail.
Nope, not stopping.
And I am not going to I am not going to have you roll to do the breaking because he is in an extremely compromised position, and I know you have good strength. I instead would like you to roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Boop. 17. I kind of want to put something on that.
You should.
I really want to scare this guy.
Do it.
Okay.
I mean,
Well.
if you say so.
Yeah, fuck it. Start the day off well. Let's roll that 1d8. Let's do a die of fate on this buster.
All right.
4.
Yes.
For a total of 21. He lets out a yowl of pain. He lets out this like ferocious yelp of pain. And those of you outside can see Raven like wincing at it. Becklin is just still and stone-faced, and Cudgel kind of furrows her brow at it.
Those of you outside can also see Blaze fervently nodding their head.
After the screaming subsides, Raven says, "No more of that. Not in my town."
He has plenty of fingers to go around.
My town, my rules. You hear?
Fine. I'll play nice.
Those of you who are looking inside of the room, as Rose does this, you notice something about it that really sticks out to you. She looks normal herself, right? However, you swear that for just a moment, just a fleeting moment, the spear strapped to her back glows.
Oh.
Just a moment.
Looks at
This
this. You're worried.
dude's demeanor goes from smug, arrogant, and just generally shitty, immediately to being cowed, immediately to being afraid. And he just stares at Rosanna with wide-eyed terror.
Although she's not breaking another finger, she is holding on to his hand and like onto the next, like the ring finger, like very gently, but like with the intent, and she's like, "Not so tough now, are you? Are you willing to talk or what?"
He opens his mouth as though to say something, but the words simply can't be choked out, so he just nods quickly.
Okay. Who paid you?
It was Dragonlance. He, uh, he, a little while ago, several days, he went out west into the woods and came back with a bunch of gold. Paid me and a bunch of other folks loyal to him.
Do you know where he got the gold?
I have no idea. Honest.
Rose kind of looks at everyone, sort of well, we know where to go. Yeah, yeah. Blaze, roll insight.
You may roll insight.
Rose will look at Blaze and sort of like huh, eh.
Yeah.
22. This man has been thoroughly cowed. He is like a dog with its tail between its legs. You get the idea that even if he wanted to lie, he would be afraid to do so.
So Rosanna looks at Blaze, because they're judging him, and they give like a microscopic little nod, like just a slight tilt of the head.
How long have they been planning this?
What today?
Yeah.
I mean, only pretty much since Dragonlance came back with the money.
Do you have any specifics of where, or just west?
What'd you ask?
Are there any specifics of where, or just west?
I mean, I don't know the specifics. I just know west.
Which woods?
I think he would sort of give a brief description, which likely none of you would know super well. Lunaris, you have a decent idea, but Raven definitely knows where this dude is talking about. And although this mercenary doesn't know the specific location that Garganus came from, the general location is enough for Raven to be like, okay, yeah, I have a decent idea of where that would be.
Rose seems kind of like, all right, well, we got the answer, so we're done here. But is like looking at everyone like, anything else?
I was being interrogated, and some guy was just grinning at me the entire time. So I was scared.
I would be fucking scared. Who's smiling?
Thumbs up to Rosanna.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Everybody give a thumbs up.
Oh,
Everybody
that's
good?
frightening. I literally just pushed past Romer.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
nasty.
Rose is like,
Shoves you.
Rose is like, is that so hard? And she gives a good nice pat on his hand before getting up and grabbing her helmet and basically leaving the room.
Okay.
Big old hearty pat, right on the pinky. Smile.
Well,
I think that as you're wrapping that up, Raven says to you, Marcus, is something funny?
No. Is there?
What's with the face?
It's a tactic.
What?
What kind of tactic is that?
It worked, didn't it?
No. Is okay. Let's
Walked away.
we know we need to go now, so we might as well just start going there.
we should rest first.
That is a good idea.
Spell slot haver.
Looks down the guy.
Declan, with one arm, throws this mercenary over her shoulder
Girl boss.
and
Girl boss.
takes him to be chucked into a shed for the time being. Cudgel begins to walk towards the door and says, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Stay safe.
You as well. And she is also gone. And Raven says, do you mean that you'll go check it out?
Yes.
Nods.
Yes.
Thank you. I'd rather not send anyone out of the town if I can. It's risky, all that's happening. So, give my gratitude once again.
You can count on us to figure something out. We will figure this out.
Many thanks. And good luck to yous.
Thumbs up.
Thumb up.
And with that, this meeting is adjourned.